Hello YouTube, this is Money Given here from the MC Universe Gaming Crew, and today I will be showing you how to code in Python. It's a widely used computer coding language. So first I'll show you how to download it. So just open up your internet browser. Internet's slow. Very slow. Very slow. Very slow. Should work. Come on, please work. I'll show you how to do that in another video. So, this will teach you about variables and how to assign a variable. So, a variable is basically a unit of storage. So let's call it first variable a space equal sign space and the value we want to assign to the variable. So let's make it. So that's the value stored assigned to a variable. Next, if we want to see how much is in the variable without actually being able to look at the variable, we do print the opening bracket a close bracket and enter, and it'll show the same digits as here. But what use is that for us? Well, you can also assign lists. So a equals use quote marks, single or double, it doesn't matter. Like you can put in a word like hi, print a. If you print a now, it'll have columns. So that's cool. And that's called a list then. That's a list. But what if you want to say, what else would you want to do with it? What if you want to have the ability to have an input of a variable? Like, you assign the variable while the code's running. You can do a equals input. And this asks you for like what number shall be, and you want number is a, and then you can just do that and dash, so that what number is a is 1, and then print a, and then it's 1. So what's going on here? So you've got your variable here, and you make it equal to an input command. This command will ask you for it'll ask you for a number for you to put in. So, and then in brackets, you can either just have open bracket, close bracket, or just want this input, open bracket, close bracket. It'll just be like that, and then you can press good, and it prints it automatically. So, but if you want to have something that'll come up, like what number is a, you have to put quote marks inside it, and then you have to do an open bracket, quote mark, what you want it to actually print, and then after this, where you start typing will be after this colon, so that it prints what number is a is 1, print a. So what print command does is it shows a value up on the screen. So let's say you want to repeat something constantly like the end is coming, you might do a equals the end is coming. A equals the end is coming, and then you press enter, and A has the end is coming. Now what you can do is, this is interesting, you can do a while loop, or I'll teach you about those in a minute. So let's say you want to print the end is coming, you do print and then A again. And let's say you want to do it again, print A. Instead of having to type the world is coming each and every time, you just have to print A. And if you want a list of the end is coming, you can use something called a loop. Now what? Okay, so what a loop does is it repeats something a certain number of times. There's there's two types of loops. There's a while loop, which repeats something forever or until something is not true. So look, let's say true variable equals true. So you see I got an error there, which means that true is not defined. I don't know what true it is, so let's do true equals true. This should work. Okay, so while, now this is interesting. Like what this does is the while loop. It repeats something while a certain condition is true. So while true, you don't need to do the while true equals true. You just need to do while and then true. And then you need to do a colon, and then that will give you an indentation. Now what that does is everything that's indented for spaces will be part of this while loop. So you can do print A. And now what this is going to do, it's going to murder my computer. Restart show. So, next out of this, reopen the shell. So, that's a while loop. I'm going to show you the other type of loop, which is a loop that only repeats a certain amount of times. So we do A equals hi again. And let's say you want the message hi to come up on the screen 5 times. So we can do for I, this makes a variable called I, and then this I in range. What this does is so I'm going to put 5 in here. What this does is it assigns a variable called I the number 5 and repeats everything indented from here 5 times. So it's indented. So if I do print A, so now when I enter it, print I 5 times. What's going on? So the for I in range, what it does is it basically just it repeats something a certain amount of times, depending on how many times you put, depending on what number you put in those brackets, and then just printing it. So I hope you all understand this. I really hope you do. And I'm gonna say goodbye.